Hey everybody, this week's Torah portion is Parsha Vayakel, and it is also a special Torah reading we will be saying called Parshas Shkalim. This time of year we recall the fact that the Torah gave us a special commandment that once a year, every male over 20 years old has to give a half a shekel to the collector, who would then use that money and bring it to the temple, and that money would be used to support the buying of sacrifices throughout the year, so that all the communal things that had to be done would be done with that money, and everyone would have a share in all the communal things happening in the temple. And another thing that was done with this money, or another reason that we were commanded to give a half a shekel, was because we were being counted through that half shekel, and it was that half shekel that was used as a census. So instead of counting Jews, because we know we can't count Jews, we would count those half shekel pieces of silver. Now what's interesting is that there's no such thing as a half a shekel. Meaning when God gave the command, go collect a half a shekel from each Jew, he was asking them to give something that didn't exist. The only way to get a half a shekel is if you literally took a shekel, which was about $8 worth of silver, broke it in half, and then gave that. Why wouldn't God just command everybody to give a whole shekel? Why command them to give part of a coin when he could command everyone to give the whole coin? It's easier to give almost the whole coin than it is to give part of the coin. You have to go and break it. What's the goal behind making that command? And the Rabbi tells us a very beautiful idea. And that is that Hashem wanted that every Jew should have to go find another person, take a coin, and split it with that person, so that each of them gives half of that coin. And the idea was to remind us that we're all part of one big nation and not an individual. Meaning there are not 12 million Jews in the world, there is one Jewish people. And that was the message of the half shekel coin. We were commanded to give a coin which we would have to find someone else and help us break it in half, to remind us that we don't live alone. We live as part of a very big, beautiful nation, and we're one part of something greater, something bigger than ourselves. And that was the goal, or the reminder, that we had every year with the giving of the half shekel. And that's what we're going to be doing this Shabbos. We're going to be reminding ourselves of that same concept with the Torah reading of the half a shekel. And we're supposed to recall the fact that we're part of something bigger than ourselves, and each of us is only a half or a piece of the greater, bigger nation. On behalf of Makarve, Shabbat Shalom.